Do you desire to receive unconditional love? Well, if so, then this video is just for you. Have you ever realized that when you are down, when you are tired, even when you're stuck, do people tend to love you? Do people love you when you're tired, when you're down, when you're stuck, when you're sick? Do people love you? Do people love you when you're stressed? Oftentimes the answer is no. But do people love you when you're up? Do people love you when you have energy? Do people love you when you're quote unquote having motion? When you're in motion, when you're getting things going, when you are going and you are on your path and you are progressing? Do people love you when you feel good? And do people love you when you're happy? Oftentimes the answer is yes. But if you click on this video, you desire unconditional love. How do I get unconditional love? How do I receive love, not just when I'm up, but also when I'm down? But not just when I have energy, but also when I'm tired. Not just when I'm in motion and having motion, but also when I'm stuck. How do I receive the love that I deserve, that I want to receive, not only when I feel good, but also when I may not be feeling so well? How do I receive that when I'm also stressed, not just when I'm happy? Well, whether you're down or up, whether you're tired or have energy, the common denominator is you. So, how do you receive unconditional love? Who must be the source to guarantee that you receive love at all times? You have to be the source. Think about it. If you are down, unconditional love means no matter the conditions, no matter when, where, how, what, no matter any circumstance, no matter any situation, no matter if people can see you, touch you, feel you, hear you, no matter any of these conditions, no matter if you're broke or if you're wealthy, no matter if you are happy or you're sad, who is with you at all times? You are. You are. You are with yourself. You are in your own presence, regardless of if anyone else is within your presence at the same time. So you must become the source of the unconditional love. So now you may be asking, well, how do I do this? Well, before we can figure out ways to do this, let's generate an operational definition for love. And one definition that I think of when I think of love is inspired by Bell Hooks. Bell Hooks is an author who wrote several books on love. She wrote several books on love. And in one of her books titled All About Love, she provided a definition of love that went something like this. Love is a practice. And it also is extending oneself to nurture spiritual growth. Extending oneself to nurture spiritual growth. So if you love somebody, then you extend yourself to nurture the spiritual growth of them. And once again, love is not a feeling. Love is a practice. Love is an action. Taking the actionable steps of extending yourself with the intentions of nurturing the spiritual growth. Now here's the catch. Love is extending oneself to nurture the spiritual growth of others or one's self. So self-love is important. So let's rewind. How to receive unconditional love. You clicked on this video. You don't just want to feel love when you're up or when you have energy. You also want to feel love when you're down, when you're stressed, when you're not feeling well. You want to receive that love. Well, who is with you at all times, regardless of the situation or the circumstance? You are. And what is love? Love is extending oneself to nurture the spiritual growth of someone else or yourself. So how do you receive unconditional love? You have to make a practice of nurturing your own spiritual growth, regardless of how you feel. So step one, or tip number one, is making a practice of doing the things you love. What nurtures your spiritual growth? Is it hanging around a certain group of people? Is it music? Is it art? Is it meditation? Is it exercise? Is it a combination of these things? Is it learning new things? Is it growing as a person? Is it facing and overcoming your fears and obstacles and challenges and any adversity that may present itself to you? Whatever that is, make it a practice to do that every single day. Number two, love yourself. How do you love yourself outside of just doing the things that you love? Is you make an intentional effort to extend yourself to nurture your spiritual growth. And when I say love yourself, it's through not just doing, but also through speaking. Sometimes we can be our own worst critic. Sometimes in these moments when we're down, we're tired or stuck or sick or stressed, our self-talk is not the best. Do you talk to yourself? Excuse me, let me rephrase that. Is the way in which you talk to yourself the same way that you would talk to a good friend of yours? Meaning, if you wouldn't talk to a good friend of yours as negatively and as harshly as you talk to yourself, then you need to change your self-talk and speak to yourself with love. So now, we have two tips. You're doing the things that nurture your spiritual growth. The next thing is you're making an intentional effort to love yourself and speaking life into yourself. The third thing is establishing a connection with God. So you can't fill a spiritual hole with physical means. You cannot fill a spiritual hole with physical means. This is where God comes in. I'm not preaching religion. I am preaching a relationship with God, with whatever your understanding of God is. When we talk about spiritual growth, we have to talk about God. Without God, nothing is possible. So establish a relationship of love with yourself and know that God loves you. And have love for God. Have love for your friends and your family and others. Surround yourself with people you love. And remember to be your own source of unconditional love. So that regardless of whether you're down, you're tired, you're stuck, you're sick, you're stressed, you must make a practice of doing the things that nurture your spiritual growth, of speaking to yourself in a way that nurtures your spiritual growth, and also keeping God first, who is the ultimate source of spiritual growth. And if you do these 3 things, you will receive and experience unconditional love, regardless of you being in a relationship or not, regardless of what others have to say about you, regardless of how you're feeling or how you're doing at the moment, in regard to you maybe being stressed or tired or sick or having struggles financially or physically. Regardless, you will receive love if you make it, and if you make the intentional effort to be the source of that unconditional love. If you enjoyed this video, comment, "I am my source of love." Comment that sentence for me. I am my source of love. I am my source of love. And when you truly know that, then you will forever receive unconditional love. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see next. And I will see you on the next video.